everybody and welcome back to Let's Build a Reaver Titan Part 6. That's right guys, we have reached an almighty 6 episodes so far in this Titanic series, you might say. But you might be wondering guys, what have I been up to since the last video? What have I been up to since I managed to crack the formula, decipher the code, and sort the algorithm on the legs? Well guys, I have done painted the legs. But before I show you the legs guys, I'm going to show you some other bits and bobs, what I've been working on for the Reaver Titan. First and foremost, I started doing the other weapon for him. So we know that he has a nice big dirty volcano cannon, and the other weapon is this here. Haha! This Reaver laser blaster. Look at how chunky this thing is. It's really, really cool. Nice big hefty chunky block of resin, lots of nice textures, lots of nice little details on there. This is literally just with a basic wash on this part of it so far. There's no dry brushing, no nothing, just basic colours and a wash. So we're going for that. And now this one is a little bit different from the Warhound's cannon because it has 3 barrels, so those will go in there like that. I'm going to have to hold these bastards in, and then that one will go in there like that. There is a little middle piece as well, which is going to stop them from kind of fucking about like this, and that goes, I believe, here in these little holes, just to stop them, you know, in case anything, and if you grab them by the end and it crunches them and it breaks them or whatever. But I'm kind of going for a look of kind of like a just about to fire look, hence like the bright spot in the middle. So this is literally looks like it's just about to discharge. Very happy the way this turned out. I tried my bestest to get it similar to the Warhound, and I just couldn't work out the formula. As you guys can see, they both look good. However, this one looks a little bit more like it's cooling down. This one looks like it's about to discharge a little bit more. And that's what we're going with, guys. That is how we're going to roll with this one. I really tried to replicate the formula on this one, but stupidly, I didn't write it down. And I didn't record doing it either, so I've got no idea. I kind of had a rough... I knew it was gradual shading with the airbrush, but I can't remember which colours I used. So this is going to have to do now. I kind of like this one better. I like the really bright bit in the middle of it. It literally looks like it's about to discharge, which is really cool. We've also got a bit of a carapace on this. So this carapace, I believe, does it sit over it like... No, which way does it go? Come on. Which way does it bloody... Oh, there we go. It goes that way. So that clips into there. I've obviously not done the trim on this bit of carapace. That goes in there. I've actually magnetised in here as well, so that'll fit onto the actual Reaver arm perfectly, and it is the right polarity as well, and that'll obviously go in there with the other one, and it'll make a really nice big imposing cannon with lots of lovely colours on there. I mean, there's quite a diverse colour. We've got a lot of nice metallics, we've got some beautiful oranges, and we've got some luscious greens on there, which is, it's going to look really nice on the tabletop. So we'll move that out the way, 1 second. One thing that I found a bit weird on this one, actually, one little footnote on this Titan, this Reaver laser blaster, if I can get rid of the carapace on there and put the barrels down without breaking anything. Weird thing, this bit here, this coupling, this however you want to say it, this pipe here, really annoying. It doesn't fit properly. I don't know whether that's a big oversight from Forge World or what, but yeah, it really doesn't fit properly. I had to like almost heat this up to the melting point in order to just get it in that little area there, and even then I had to actually make up the difference with some plastic putty just on that bit there, but you can't really see it. I just thought I'd let you guys know that if you're planning on building one, this bit is a fucker to do, and you will have to heat it up in order to make it fit the actual parts better. In other things, I've been actually working on building the base for the Reaver Titan, and I'm not going to lie guys, it looks kind of like shit at the moment. Here it is. We're using a 12-inch cutting board again, the same cutting board in fact that I use for my Warhound Titan, not the same one, but the same type, that I bought an additional one. Now because the Reaver footprint is so big, as you can see here, there's not an awful lot of room for narrative on this. I actually dug out another mould gate for the Warhound, for one of the leg shin guards, in order to make like a bunker. So I'm going to have like a few Skitarii guys in here. I might actually have a dead Skitarii like on the floor or something, just to show a bit more battlefield carnage. But we've gone for the Vallejo Black Lava. When that's painted up in brown, it looks really, really nice and muddy and like churned up earth. And then where the Reaver's feet are here, I blobbed loads out. I drew where I wanted around the Reaver's feet before I painted the Reaver, obviously. And then on the lines, I dolloped really thick, really blobby dollops of the Vallejo Black Lava. For those of you interested in that product, it's this stuff here. Vallejo Earth Texture, and I think it does say Black Lava on it somewhere. Yeah, Black Lava or Asphalt. It's quite expensive, but it's very, very good, very, very worth it, and it's definitely, you get a lot more bang for your buck in regards to GW stuff. Yeah, so I drew around it, put it on there, so I covered the Reaver's feet in cling film, because obviously I didn't want to get the black lava on the actual Reaver, and then I set it down into it, and then let it dry overnight. Then I could just pull it out, pull the cling film out, and then I've got a perfect area, a perfect key, a perfect pattern as to where to put the Reaver's legs. Now, speaking of the Reaver's legs, I'm going to bring them in now, I might as well, and finally show you guys. But you guys will see that it fits pretty much exactly, pretty much perfectly. It's quite snug as well. Like, there's no, it's not going to, it doesn't shift around too much, and this is great because I had a lot of issues with the Warhound because the way the Warhound's feet were, because they're not symmetrical. I actually let it shift a little bit by accident, and it was difficulties actually getting the screw up. However, the actual piece that I'm going to put a screw into for the Reaver's feet is actually a lot bigger, so I've actually got a bit more area to target on. But yeah, so it's going to be like that. But as you can see, the feet of it take up a hell of a lot of the base, so there's only going to be a little bit of a diorama going on here. There's going to be some Skitarii behind this bunker. Done some nice little bits of battle damage on the bunker. We got some like shell impact, some scratches. We got some bolter holes, some battlefield debris as well. We got some like armor plates and other bits and bobs of just random detritus and debris. Might add a few more little things. Obviously, going to add some skulls. There's some barrels there. I might add another barrel that's like knocked down or crushed. I might just put a barrel together and hit it with a hammer. But as you can see, we've got the legs sorted. The legs are pretty much done. I just need to add the leg armour. I was kind of painting all the stuff inside first, so like all this bit here, and then the annoying thing, the real annoying thing with this is I painted all this gold here. It's kind of this like Aquila design. In fact, let me see if I can just turn it around. In fact, I'll turn it around in a second. When you put the leg armour over it, it basically covers all this. The only parts that you can actually see, if I just turn it around, are the Aquilas at the back. So I kind of wish I hadn't wasted all that time doing the fronts, because it's just completely, you just cannot see them at all. Other little bits I've done. In fact, I'll talk a little bit about the toe assembly. There's a group I'm on Facebook called the Titan Owners Club. And I put a big post up with a big middle finger to the legs of this Titan. People were like, oh, if you hated doing the leg pistons, wait till you do the toe pistons. They're just as hard. I actually barely had any issues with the toe pistons. My only advice, if you're building one, is don't clip them all to the same length. Go one at a time, clip them down bit by bit, and then fit them. Now, the way I fitted them, basically there's 2 holes here and 2 holes here. That's on all of them. All of the toe sections. So what I did, I used epoxy for these holes here, and then I used plastic putty in these holes here, because obviously I wanted it to be manoeuvrable still. And that's how you get the actual toe pistons in place. And it worked out really well, and I didn't have any issues with the toe pistons, which is great. Moving on up the actual job, we're gonna zoom in. We're gonna zoom in a little bit and do a little bit of a cheeky pan right here. We're gonna pan up the leg. Where's the? How do I release this bastard now? That's this one here. So. Moving up the leg, we got obviously some nice weathering. We got some like light rust effect going on there. Further going up, we start getting some more rust effects. We got some lovely effects on the pistons. I love doing pistons in like a brass colour, and we're just going to stop on the pistons for just a second. This effect is basically, guys, just Vallejo brass, Vallejo model colour, brushed on, not airbrushed on. I actually brushed this on by hand using an actual brush. Then once that's dry and once it's been washed, I gave it a slight, I mean a very slight dry brushing of the same colour again, just to pick out the middle bit of it. And then it's Vallejo sepia wash on the bottom and the top areas, and that gives you kind of like this oily look. And then it's AK Interactive oil effects like all over here and coming out these vents along with the rust effects and stuff, and that really just makes it look like these pistons, you know, take some beating, and like it's like the hydraulic fluids that are like the excess fluids are being forced out of it. But yeah, it's the same on the other leg as well. I'm just going to flip that round. I'm going to flip it. I'm going to rotate it. I'm going to rotate it around. I also did some work. I started picking out some of the larger rivets with like a brighter silver. I was going to do it just with the Vallejo gunmetal, but I decided not to in the end because I wanted the rivets to kind of pop on these bits here to differentiate it with the actual other metal. You can see kind of on this big hip piece here, they're very, very bright, and it's a nice contrast to the dirt and the grime. Probably going to hit it with some more rust effects before I finish it, but other than that, the legs are done, and I'm very, very happy the way they turned out. I also worked on the knee pads as well, the knee guards. So on the left, well, it's left knee pad, again reciprocating this on my Warhound, we have the Adeptus Mechanicus tie-in, so we've got the Adeptus Mechanicus logo, as well as the skull that you get with the Reaver kit. So that is my tie-in to my AdMech army. It's just a nice little throwback to it. And then on the other one, we've kind of just reciprocated kind of like the colours what we've got on the top carapace. So we've got like the scroll work painted in like a parchment colour. We've got the brat. We got a copper cog, and then like the bronze Titan insignia there. And it just looks really good, guys. I'm really happy the way these turned out. I will be gluing the leg armour on shortly after I've done this video, actually. I was going to try and magnetise the leg armour, but I don't think I need to. Do I have it in hand? Yes, I do. So the leg armour actually fixes on 2 points here and here, which is a lot better than the Warhound one. The Warhound one kind of has this just central piece that comes out, and like that's literally the only thing holding it onto the shin. If it gets knocked, that whole thing is going to shear off, whereas I don't think I'm going to have much of an issue with this, especially once I use some nice strong epoxy. I mean, these bits here, these aren't going anywhere. But anyway, yeah, so that's pretty much how far I've got recently since the last video. I'm going to end that on that one, guys. Please let me know what you think in the doobly-doo down below. Don't forget to leave a like as well. That would be really, really useful. Let me know how the videos are doing. Let me know how the series is progressing. But as always, guys, don't forget to like, favourite, and subscribe. Don't forget to the Facebook group. And don't forget to leave a comment in the doobly-doo down below. I love reading the comments, guys. Absolutely love it. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Did I say check the Instagram? Don't forget to check out the Instagram. Link is in the doobly-doo down below. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys again on the next video. Thank you very much, see you now, and goodbye.